Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Gladys Wanga today caused a huge political storm in the Republic of Kenya. Gladys Wanga issued a statement through her official Twitter handle and Facebook page. Later on, Gladys Wanga removed or deleted that post. In this video, I want us to talk about the post by Gladys Wanga because later on, another Gazette notice emerged. And in that Gazette notice, William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, sacked the husband who was serving as the chair of EPRA. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to go through that post by Gladys Wanga because another lady who is very powerful at State House also responded to Gladys Wanga. And I'm also going to look at her statement because that statement is also saying a lot of things. But first of all, let us go through Gladys Wanga's statement. This is the statement by Gladys Wanga for immediate release. Statement by Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga on extrajudicial killings. Do you think William Ruto can be happy with the reference of extrajudicial killings about his government? Because let's face it, Gladys Wanga is not your ordinary politician. Gladys Wanga is a close ally of Raila Odinga. Apart from that, Gladys Wanga is the chair of ODM party. And we also know that Gladys Wanga is also a close ally of William Samoei Arap Ruto. Gladys Wanga works closely with William Ruto more than any other governor in Nyanza. And that's why a lot of projects are happening in Homa Bay. And just the other day, Gladys Wanga hosted one of the best Madaraka Day celebrations in the history of the Republic of Kenya. So this statement by Gladys Wanga is significant. Let us proceed. Today, we stand united in grief and outrage as our nation confronts a wave of police brutality, impunity, and extrajudicial killing. The tragic killing of our son, Albert Ojwang, in police custody has shaken our collective nation conscience. Yet, as we mourn Albert, another family in Mbita is shattered by the death of Calvin Omondi Onditi, a 36-year-old fisherman who allegedly hanged himself with his trouser at Kipasi Police Post Mbita. The postmortem at the Homa Bay County Referral Hospital will reveal the truth. In short, Gladys Wanga is also suggesting that another individual has also died in the hands of the police. It's proceeding. Yesterday in Nairobi, Philip Okech was shot during protest against these very killings. We watched a video of an armed young man selling masks shot at point blank range by a masked police officer. This chilling act captured on video and has caused the brazen police brutality. Today, Gilbert Mwita Chacha, 34-year-old, has been brought to the county referral with life-threatening injury arising from police beating in Rigiti Islands. So another case of police brutality. Enough is enough. Enough is enough in bold letters. The perpetrators of these extrajudicial killings must face the full force of the law. The Kenya Police Service must carry their own cross. We condemned these atrocities and demand accountability. The immediate prosecution of all officers involved, including DIG Langat and those bearing command responsibility. I think the pressure came from the fact that she mentioned Langat. It's concluding here. Commitment to the 10-point agenda. Mark that. Because ODM and UDA party entered into MOU. And that MOU had 10-point agenda. One of them was on the issue of police brutality. The ODM UDA agreement explicitly prohibits extrajudicial killings. We are holding the broad-based government to this commitment. Our support for the broad-based government does not extend to extrajudicial killings and police brutality. That's a very serious statement from Gladys Wanga. We draw the line on extrajudicial execution. Illegal and unconstitutional repression is not part of the agreement. I think that last paragraph is direct communication from Raila Odinga. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to understand why Gladys Wanga made that post. Because in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. What I don't understand is why she deleted that post. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But first of all, another lady who is very powerful, I've been told by several people, at State House, responded to Gladys Wanga. And that response, in my view, is also significant. Let me just get the response from that lady. This is the response from the lady. The lady is called Antonella Kakuko on Facebook. This is the response. Homa Bay County Governor Gladys Wanga must learn how to handle pressure and disappointment. So, in short, she's trying to advise Gladys Wanga to learn how to handle pressure and disappointment. Gladys Wanga is a governor elected. This lady is not elected. She is proceeding here. And I want you to pay very close attention. In her lack of wisdom and emotional intelligence, Gladys wrote paragraphs of threats after the appointment of her husband was revoked as non-executive chairperson of Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority. So this lady believes that the statement Gladys Wanga issued was as a result of the Gazette notice which revoked the husband appointment. Let us proceed. Rumors has it that one call from Raila Odinga was enough for governor to take back her words and pull down the post. I'm not so sure how true this is, but I've gone through Gladys Wanga's post and I'm seeing Raila Odinga's handwriting, especially in that last paragraph, which created a lot of heat on this. The lady is proceeding here. Pay very close attention here. Listen and pay very close attention. How Wangari acted on the unfortunate assassination of Honorable Were left us with unanswered questions. Who is this lady? And who were left with those unanswered questions? Because the truth is, Ongondo Were was a close ally of Gladys Wanga. Gladys Wanga lost one of the dependable supporters. And you would not have expected Gladys Wanga to act or to behave in a different manner. Everybody was grieving. Gladys Wanga was the one hit the most. But who was this who was shocked? They were shocked. Kwani, now listen to this. Kwani bila ODM ama broad-based government haiwezi songa mbele. The lady is asking a very important question, which ODM brigades should listen to and pay very close attention to. The lady is asking here, without ODM or this broad-based government, do you think this government cannot proceed? In short, the lady is opening the door for ODM and Gladys Wanga and the team, if they want, to leave. Because according to her, this government can be run without ODM party. I think that was possible before the exit of Rigathi. With the exit of Rigathi, madam, Ruto will have to do what Rigathi told him. Raila akiweka mguu, let us proceed. We formed this government without you, Bwana, and we will do it again and again. Do not threaten us as you wish. Are you getting that point? For me, my understanding is that this lady is threatening ODM. She works at State House. You know, if you work in a place, you get a lot of stories. Really, people wanaongea what they're saying. Okay, you hear a lot of stories. Yeah, you get the thinking about Gladys Wanga. You know, then thinking about those in power, about ODM. The lady is saying these things here, that do not threaten us as you wish. How selfish can a whole governor be? You are threatening a whole government just because of your husband. Kenya is not a family affair, Bwana. Other sons and daughters of this country deserves those positions too. You get? Now, she's drifting away from Gladys Wanga's post. In Gladys Wanga's post, she made reference to specific cases. And she listed them. The case of Albert, the case of that guy in Beta, another guy shot in Nairobi who comes from Karachuonyo, and of course another one from Migori who was brought to Homa Bay County for treatment. Ladies and gentlemen, I can smell something. And for me, I can relate the revocation of Gladys Wanga's husband to this post by this lady, which means William Ruto got angry and delivered a message, because even the timing is suspect. But why do you think Gladys Wanga made that post? Because just like I was explaining to you, Gladys Wanga is very close to Raila Odinga. She is the chairperson of ODM party. You also remember the statement the Secretary General of ODM party has been making. And apart from that, Gladys Wanga is working very closely with William Ruto. She had even the opportunity of picking her phone and placing it to Ruto and telling Ruto, Mr. President, I come from Homa Bay, but this is now too much. Why do you think she was forced to do that? Before I explain, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to Bricks Solutions. Bricks Solutions is your number one partner in CCTV installation, structured cabling, website design, and software development. Currently, Bricks Solutions has one of the best point of sale software in the market, which is designed for supermarkets, schools, petrol stations, name it. You can contact them on the numbers you are seeing on your screen there for live demonstrations. Ladies and gentlemen, in my view, the first reason why Gladys Wanga issued that bold statement is because of the backlash she got from the contribution to the Ojwang family yesterday. Was it yesterday or yesterday but one? For those who follow the development in the political scene, Gladys Wanga went and paid a visit to Ojwang's family. And during that visit, Gladys Wanga delivered 2 million Kenya shillings from William Ruto, 1 million Kenya shillings from Raila Odinga, and of course 1.5 million Kenya shillings from herself for the construction of the house. And Kenyans were very angry and very bitter with that move, because Kenyans felt that the act was actually about buying the loyalty of Ojwang. And Gladys Wanga was under attack. I remember Kenyans were like even asking Meshach Ojwang, the father, that they've contributed more money than the one he was receiving from Ruto, and they were even willing to contribute more. In fact, they were even saying that if possible, maybe the guy could not reject the money from the government, but they were saying they could even contribute money to refund the money back. So the backlash was there. And for me, I think that could be the reason why Gladys Wanga said, okay, let me now issue this statement, which is addressing the police brutality in totality. That's number one. Number two, I also tend to think that the general mood in Homa Bay has become a bit toxic towards the broad-based government. Gladys Wanga is one of the few politicians who reads the mood. And remember yesterday, when that guy was shot at, the initial story was that he was coming from Homa Bay. And people were very angry and very bitter with his government. In fact, at some point, people were like, is William Ruto being sabotaged from within? Such that they are just targeting specific clues. So, in my view, Gladys Wanga issued this statement to deal with the issue, especially local politics. And number three, I think as the chair of ODM party, Gladys Wanga also needed her voice to be heard on this issue. There is no way you can expect Gladys Wanga to write love letter on this police brutality. No way. The best she can do is to write the kind of statement she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, my last point is that maybe Gladys Wanga, as the chair of ODM party, has either read the mood of Raila Odinga, his silence on this matter, and then decided to go ahead and talk about this matter. Yesterday, Raila Odinga posted something on his Facebook page. I think a meeting with some MPs from Coastal Region. The comments there came fast and furious. They were like, Raila Odinga, the timing was wrong. So I think maybe as ODM party and as the chairperson, she just wanted to talk about this issue. And of course, her statement was well received by Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think William Ruto sacked George Wanga because of the statement by Gladys Wanga? Let me read your comments below. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.